Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. So I'm Ikhwan from Amans and I was from MRSM typing also in 2001 to 2002. My ID is 01035. So I should be sometime old already. Okay, so for today, without wasting much time, I want to talk about bootstrapping video production. So because you are going to do a resume, so you need to know what kind of video or resume that will attract to your interviewees, to your interviewers. And so a little bit about Amans. So Amans is a technology website. If you go to www.amans.my or amans.com, you can see a lot of material about technology, devices, business, and a lot of news about technology. And video is one of our medium, but at the early days, I record using just a normal camera. I think the old DSLR. Right now, I believe a lot of you have a phone, and that phone might have a better camera. So it's important for you to know how to produce professional and watchable video content, even though you only have a phone. Okay, and you can also know how to produce a professional looking video for resume, and you don't need to spend a lot of money actually. And I will share also about the free apps and web resources useful for video making, and lastly, publishing and uploading your resume. So okay, let's start. This is how we produce. First thing first is content planning. So content planning is important because you have to know what you want to talk. You have to know what are the subject in your resume. You have to know what are the things that you want to convey. So from our side, we usually have for every series, we have our own KPI or direction or requirement, and this KPI or this direction will dictate the execution. So dictate execution means if let's say we want to do the interview, so how do we approach the interview? How do we conduct the interview? If let's say we are doing about the demo of the phone, so how do we ensure everything of the phone is being talked about? And failure to understand direction can lead to misexecution. So in your context, you are doing for resume. So in your resume, it's important to highlight what you want to talk about and what you don't want to talk about. Because when you know what to talk and what not to talk, then you basically can clearly define these are the things that I shouldn't talk about. These are the things that I want to highlight to talk about. Okay, so let's proceed to the second one, which is scripting. So when you know what to talk, what to convey, what are your objective of the video, then comes scripting. So scripting enables you to go deeper in your content. So when we say deeper, it means like we have to structure our text, we have to structure our dialogue, we have to structure our what do we want to say. And when we identify this, we can also make cuts within the script. So let's say if I'm doing a first look of this phone, okay, so basically I know when I will see the camera, or when I don't need to see the camera, I will just read the voiceover. So when we know where to cut, what to include, what is important, then that makes a lot of things easier. So I remember we are going to we at that time we went to Barcelona for Mobile World Congress. We have very little time, and we have to do a first look of the phone. Okay, so the host, to keep engagement with the readers, they will only see the camera in intro and outro. So it will be like macam, "Hai, anda bersama saya Nisa K, dan hari ini kita berada di Barcelona bla 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 bla." And then in between, so she will look at the phone and read the script, but in the same time, if let's say she doesn't see the script, she will, oh, this phone has a lot of camera, these are the three identical cameras, it's waterproof whatsoever, but her face will not be recorded in the video. So that's how important is a script. So that's what I mean by we can also make cuts within script. So again, which part is important, which part is not. Okay, but scripting it's just one part, because the next comes is storyboarding. So in storyboarding, so when we know where to cut, and we can start storyboard, and this usually for storyboard, it is for you to identify what you need to plan for that scene. So the items needed, the camera angle, details of situation. So let's say just now, Nisa, our host was saying about, hi, anda bersama saya Nisa di Mobile Congress. So that time she looked in the camera, but after that when she hold the phone, then she have to know, oh okay, what do I talk first? Usually we will talk about the physical appearances of the phone. Usually we will talk about how many lenses, how many things, and so on. So at that time, she, as a video owner, as a video producer, then she will tell the cameraman, okay, make sure you focus on the camera, make sure you focus on the camera, don't miss this kind of shot. So don't miss, if let's say the phone was so thin, like a fingernail, like nail thin, so then you have to show it side by side. So these are the kind of storyboard that you need to have in your mind. So if let's say you are saying like so I'm, in example, I'm Raza, I'm from village, or I'm from Sawah Padi, I was in durian, kebun durian, then maybe show that durian behind you. Or if let's say you cannot go to your kebun durian, you can go to supermarket, and then you go to supermarket, you are recording yourself, hi, I'm Razak, I'm a son of a durian farmer, and behind is a durian. So those are the things that can give credit to your background, can give more engagement and more authenticity to your video, to your resume. So it is definitely will be much more better than anyone else, I suppose. So normally storyboard is images, but text also work, as long as this serve as a guideline. So in the script I also show, like this, I was doing this for iPhone ads. So even the PUBG Mobile have a ping number display, so they have to be screen recorded. So these are the things that when I pass to my videographer, they will know what to do. But in your case, when you see these things more clearly, or let's say I am a school representative for kayaking, so there must be some video that show you are kayaking or cycling, so that will give much more credible. So next, so okay, now how to produce professional resume without spending too much. Okay, the previous one was what I will call pre-production. Now this is, I guess, theory, the next one. So first is rule of thirds. Rule of thirds, it will create dynamics in your shot, and it will make it easy for you to arrange elements in your video. And okay, if you see the slide, you can see one of our editors, Maya. So she is holding Samsung frame, the detachable frame, okay. And contrary to popular style, I mean, right now I'm in the center of the frame. If you see the video, I'm in the center of the frame, but she is not in the center, because she is showing the frame of the television. So that's why her face is on the left side and the frame is on the right side. So it gives also the eye rest, and you can see how it being done in this slide. So you can see how it is being displayed, the phone and the speaker, and the second one, the phone on the sofa. So you imagine that's look much more presentable and much more stylish in your context. If resume, so you can also do the recording, or your face maybe just by at the side like this, or at the side like this. But again, from professional eye view, I think for yours, the center one is okay. But if let's say again, you want to show your kebun padi, or I'm a son of a kebun durian farmer, So you can position yourself here. Okay, let's say here, and these are the sawah padi or the durian whatsoever. Okay, so next, knowing between indoor and outdoor shot. So indoor shot. Okay, so indoor, this is indoor. Okay, I'm in the office, this is my studio, and a lot of things can be controlled. So I have the lighting, but I don't switch it on for today. And lighting can be better, but sometimes you need to do some color mastering, you need to do the color grading, but those are very advanced. If you do it, it is very advanced. And you, for indoor, usually we have other noises that can disrupt your video, such as fans, or you have cats, or I think maybe you heard before in this video my phone is buzzing whatsoever. So those are the possible noise that can come to your video. And the next one is outdoor. Okay, outdoor. Okay, for outdoor, I would say you have to throw your voice, you have to speak really loud. You cannot be shy or whatever, because for outdoor there's a lot of noise, there's a lot of sounds that can contribute to your bad resume. So yeah, a lot of things cannot be controlled. And okay, for lighting wise, actually the outdoor lighting are much better, unless if you are shooting during rainy days, that won't be better. But you need to avoid shooting at 12 p.m. because sunlight will be very harsh. So okay, why? Okay, when sunlight is very harsh, your eyes will be like this, small. Okay, but if you are in indoor, so you can show a lot of your eyes, you can show very energetic. But if you are shooting under sun, you will definitely you will silau. Okay, so don't do that. Don't, if you want to shoot at outside, usually after 4 or around 8 to 9 a.m. So those are the time when the sunlight is not as harsh. And remember that noise can come from surroundings like cars, construction, forest, animal, anything possible. And remember to watch out for your equipment, because if let's say okay, most of the time in shopping mall you cannot shoot at shopping mall, so be aware of that. But be careful when shooting outside. Okay, so the next slide is A and B cam. Okay, so just now you know rule of thirds. So A and B cam means if let's say you have two camera. So okay, if you see from this slide, okay, you can see the lady is holding two frames, but then that angle from this one angle, the second one is from the straight angle. Pilihan bingkai bevel, that one is very straight camera, just focus on the TV, not focus for her. So this is what I mean by, when you do the scripting, you know where to make the cut, you know where to see the camera. And next thing is taking picture of the video, taking picture of the subject. Okay, for more example about A, B and cam, you can see it here. So this is when we do a kedai series. Kedai series is like live sell, like a smart shop, like a CJ Wow shop selling items. So you can see the position of A cam and B cam, where the angle is a bit different. So A cam usually wide focus, and B cam it is much more closer. Alright, the next one is save margin and grids. So I'm using Premiere Pro. So in Premiere Pro there are save margins. So save margin will ensure our content resume is within the save view. Okay, the save view is, if you open the YouTube, right, YouTube has this small bar down there, that you can, when you play, there will be loading bar and the play bar whatsoever. Ideally you don't want any text to show behind those controls, because it is bad. So that's why we have such things as save margin. And again, you have to know your save margin very well, because if let's say you are opening on TikTok, you're opening on vertical video in YouTube, so you will have those kind of controls. So you have to ensure that your content or your text is not obstructing or being blocked by the elements. Okay, so yep, that's about safe margin, and these are the example. So you can see safe margin and grids. Okay, safe margin and grids, you can, so like that I put google.com quite top, because I know it won't disturbing, or it won't clash with the play bar in front. And the second one, just the impact audio delay, the title at the center, because I know people will read it clearly. And another one thing about safe margin and grids, you can also position your character or your object very well. Again, remember the rule of thirds. If you can see on the second picture on the right, and the subtitle of Pakcik Android, yalah kerja-kerja, you can see the character is on the left, on the right, on the right, and again adhering to the rule of thirds. And you can see the left side is empty, because the guy is just going up, and leave him here hang leave him here there alone. Okay, now you already know what are the some sort of philosophy or tips. The next tip is free apps and web resources useful for video making. So okay, let's say you are telling the story of the son of, or your daughter of farmer or whatsoever, but then you don't have the footage, you don't have the video, or you want to show well, I live in the city Kuala Lumpur, but you don't take any picture of Kuala Lumpur, you don't record any video of Kuala Lumpur. But there are source, there are places, there are website that are providing this kind of video for free. So one is called pexels.com. So pexels.com, basically if you search for Malaysia videos, you can see there's a Kuala Lumpur video, there's a people selling satay, there's a island, okay, and a lot of videos that you can find there. And these are the royalty free video. Royalty free video means you don't need to pay for it, but you have to provide some credits. Let's say I'm using Izzuddin Helmi video from about Kuantan Temerloh. He's one of the drone operators, and he loves to show and share his video. So yep, that's Izzuddin Helmi, but you can find the video on pexels.com, and there's a plenty of choices and high quality. And this is not just the video for pexels. For pexels, they also have images. So if let's say you were saying like, oh, when I grow up I want to be a chemist, right? So of course maybe you can put the video of someone in the chemistry lab is doing those kind of things, and those can again make your resume much more attractive. Alright, next, you can also get the free audio from ccmixter.org. So it is royalty free audios, you don't need to pay, and it is even free for commercial use. So if let's say you're doing ads or what, you can download it for free, and you can, when you upload in YouTube, there's no one suing you or have a label copyright strike. And you can choose the sound according to speed, tempo and beats. And I think lastly, when you're done with your resume, okay, when you're done with your resume, it is important to know how to publish and uploading your resume. So there are a few places for you to upload your resume. So you can upload it to YouTube and Facebook. So for YouTube and Facebook, they can load the video much more faster. However, there's a lot of ads. So, and then these ads will come before or during or after your resume. So imagine before the panel looking at your video, and then there comes a weird ads like sedekah to Syria, or maybe some forex, or maybe some other ads about the Myvi or whatever. So it is just pelik. Alright, it is just weird. And a lot of other videos that can be distraction too, because when you imagine when the interviewer see your resume, and then on this side play it next, there's a lot of distraction. But if let's say you choose vimeo.com, so it is load much more slower, but there's no ads, there's no other video, just your videos. So vimeo.com is one of the best alternative if you want to host your video. And next one, So you can also use URL shortener and integrate QR. Okay, so let's say you are sharing your resume and you want to have them downloading something. So if instead of listing the, oh, you can see I'm a good student from MSM, and I have a talent in taking photos, in I have skill in photography. But then when you want to promote your Vimeo just now, or when you want to promote your website, then you have to spell it out. So that's maybe will take some time. Or even for this example in the slide, you can see if let's say I want to show about me becoming the boss, or the Vimeo link. So it is being shown in numbers, and no one remember the numbers, as in amas.my/2011 how many ones is that, and 811 is hard to remember. So you can simply go to bit.ly and create and paste your long form link there, and you can make the URL shorter. So let's say if you want to know about me, you can go to bit.ly/tekongceo. And if let's say you want to show one of my animations, you can go to bit.ly/hikayat or from those two you can also generate QR code, so that if let's say someone is viewing your resume on the laptop, they can point the phone and download it directly. And also using Bitly, you can actually measure the performance. You can see how many people really like your resume, maybe how many people downloaded your resume, or maybe how many people go to your page and to see how many picture that you take. You can have those numbers. You can see it performing. You can see how many clicks, and you can see how many people are interested with your work. And that is the end of the slide. So I think I will wish you all the best for the resume. And remember, the best devices is always on your hand. So don't overthink, don't feel bad, or don't feel like I need a lot of expensive stuff to make things done. No, you have to make with what you have right now. So with what you have now, then you can perform better in the future. So in case of, let's say, a lot of people proven that way, they are not just do all the way higher. They have to start small. And if let's say your resume, you have to start small, then start small and see how far it can go. That's all for me. I'm Ikwan from Amans, and thank you, ESPKG 2021. I wish you all the best, and bye bye for now.